Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. We're going to be continuing our series in 380 personal defense ammunition testing out of the Bodyguard 2.0. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Norma NXD ammunition. Should be a good time. Let's get shooting. So what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about the Norma non-expanding defensive ammunition from Norma. Looks to be good, has a little bit of a similar design, if you will, to the Underwood Xtreme Defender, the G9 defense ammunition, you know, kind of the screw tip type head that is becoming pretty popular. So non-expanding defensive ammunition, so not a jacketed hollow point. When it hits tissue, and traditional hollow point expands, causing as much damage as possible. This has flutes into the top of it to cause that in a hydrodynamic type fashion. So we're going to put this to the test today. We've tested Xtreme Defender, we've tested G9. We're going to see how this performs. Again, we're using our Bodyguard. We're going to use our gel setup where we have first shot will be into clear ballistic gel, second shot will be into layers of clothing, 2 inches of gel, medium density fiberboard, and then more gel. It's very similar to a test that Gun Sam does, but a little bit different. I'm not trying to copy him. I'm just trying to give different information and different data that maybe he's able to provide, and or at least repeat what he does and see if you can get that for the sake of consistency and you get repeatability in our little experiments here. Okay, so with that said, is this ammunition going to live up to what it's supposed to be? It's 56 grains, supposed to be going almost 1,300 feet per second. We'll put that to the test today. We should be good time. Let's get shooting. Okay, well, we have 56 grains of this NXD ammunition from Norma. It's their version of the external hollow point. We'll see how it does, just shooting it into clear ballistic gel. Hopefully we catch it on our Garmin radar. We're a little bit further than normal. We're maybe about 5-7 yards at this point. Looks like it went right into the middle. 1271, it's supposed to be getting close to 1300. About what it's getting. So let's go down, see what happened. Okay, taking a quick look at this test, you can see that we got, you know, I think the bullet performed the way it should be, but it's getting out to, I'd probably call it a foot, right where it went totally and then started bouncing back and bounced back to maybe 10.5 inches, I don't know, 11.5 inches. So you be the judge on what that means. We got some nice disruption, more than what you get with a flat nose. So I think that external hollow point, for lack of a better word, is working properly. All right, well, let's put on the gel contraption, see how it goes from there. All right, well, now we have our gel set up. Again, that's 4 layers of clothing, 2 denim, 2 t-shirt, 2 inches of gel, medium density fiberboard, then 32 inches of gel. We're going to catch it in the first gel block. Let's see how this performs. Safety first. 1271. See if we caught it. Okay, my apologies about the wind. I can't control that, but we see that we got pretty decent expansion. It is pretty close to the top, but expansion. We got decent penetration. It looks like it's a big difference, like the first one is here and this one is here, but really it got out, counting the deformation, almost to a foot again, 11.5 inches. It really is blind to the MDF, which the MDF, yeah, you could consider it a little bit of a rib simulation, but it also just helps the ballistic gel perform more like clear organic gelatin. So again, I think that's fine. I would like to see a little bit more expansion, but I think that's not bad there. So yeah, take just a quick look. This is where it hit. If you can see that. It's in that one. Yeah, I'm reusing my shots, but yep, we got it in a good spot. Went through the clothing barrier. That's good. Next up, let's see what we get for averages of velocities on this. Okay, we have 5 additional rounds, so we'll have a total of 7 rounds. Considering I got captured the first 2 and we're shooting the gel. Let's just shoot this 56 grainer. 1283, 1298, 1286, 1275, 1254. A quick look at the session summary. We had 7 shots, a min of 1254, a max of 1298, average of 1277, extreme spread of 44, average kinetic energy of 202, which in terms of kinetic energy is not bad. But you know, I think you give up some mass with that bullet. You can say, oh, well, you know, the energy is what matters. I'm a big believer in fast moving light projectiles. I think the 5.56 round is a great example of that they can just do tremendous cavitation when they kind of explode and fragment. This round doesn't explode or fragment, so it's not going so fast that it's up to rifle velocities. So yeah, it's more foot-pounds, but would I choose this over something a little bit heavier? I mean, you know, there's pros and cons. A lightweight round like this makes your lightweight bodyguard even easier to carry. So those grains add up. And so just something you're going to have to consider when you're looking at which round is the best self-defense round for you. Okay, well, we're standing at 5 yards. You say, hey, trigger bar, that's not really accuracy. Get it. Talked about this before in all of my other 30 videos doing this thing, or 25 videos, whatever it is now. I am just showing for consistency 5 yards. Over the course of these 25 videos, you can see where the ammunition is hitting out of my gun, which may be different than yours, but it's a great example of going back and saying, hey, my sights are off. Is there a round that will get, you know, push me one way or the other? I've got a whole series on that now. Okay, well, 5 yards. Here we go. Okay, not amazing groups. Let's take a quick look at them. Okay, this is our little group. I've definitely shot better. It could entirely be me, but that's totally acceptable. One thing I like to look at is, am I getting some kind of tumbling of the round? I really don't think this round is tumbling at all. I think that just that screw tip type shape up front causes the paper to tear in a weird way. So just wanted you to be aware of that. Okay, well, what do you think? I thought the projectile actually performed decently. It didn't seem to provide as much disruption in the gel as some other tests that we've done, but you know, after it goes through those first 2 inches and the MDF, a lot of these 380 bullets, you don't see much disruption in the gel after that. But the fact that this continued to get out to that 12-inch mark for personal defense probably is a good thing. You saw it blew right through the MDF, so it really didn't care whether the MDF was there or not. And again, MDF has a similar hardness and a similar water consistency as bone. I wouldn't call it exactly a bone simulation, but kind of maybe. So it provides often a little bit more hollow point expansion and delays or slows down or lessens the penetration for many expanding hollow points, so that it gives you a comparative test to organic gelatin. All right, well, but other than that, like the ammunition cycled, it got what the expected velocity was. Other than that, I think this is a good round. I mean, maybe, you know, you stack it in with some other rounds, with some other hollow points, with some other non-expanding bullets, flat tops, you know, those types of things, full metal jackets, hard cast, whatever wants to run in your pistol. Now for me, the Xtreme Defender from Underwood doesn't cycle reliably, but this seems to cycle pretty reliably for me. So for those of you bodyguard owners or owners of other pistols that maybe don't cycle all personal defense ammunition reliably, this is maybe something to check out. I don't know if it's reaching my top tier list, but for this type of bullet, it performs very well, and it seems to be loaded quite well from Norma as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hope everyone has a great week, and let's get to shooting.
From pistols to rifles, we'll take on the best. Reviewing each weapon, put them to the test. With revolvers and shotguns, we'll break it all down. The Second Amendment protects from the